Here we'll learn about double circulation in humans. Why the circulation in humans is called double circulation. We'll go back again to what we did, the flow of blood through the heart. And here we said to the vena cavas, the blood entered into the heart. This was the deoxygenated blood. It entered here on the right side. Then it went to the ventricle. And from this ventricle, then it went into the lungs, and here lungs, it broke up into capillaries. A pulmonary artery broke up into capillaries. Then oxygen entered into the blood, and now the blood was oxygenated, rich in oxygen, so it came back into the heart. It filled this side, it came into the left auricle, then went to the left ventricle, and from the left ventricle then it left and went to the different parts of the body. Here are the different parts of the body. Again the blood lost the oxygen. It lost oxygen, and because it lost oxygen, it now became deoxygenated, and it was brought back to the heart and poured back. So this cycle continues. So if you have noticed here, the blood enters into the heart. This is the first time it enters. Then it goes into the lungs, here into the lungs, and it comes back again. So in one cycle, the blood travels to the heart. It travels to the heart twice, two times. In one cycle, the blood travels, see, once here it has traveled once, and it has traveled again the second time before it goes to the rest of the body. So because it travels in one cycle, it travels twice through the heart. The circulation in humans is called double circulation. That is one thing we need to know. The next point we need to know is the human heart. How many chambers does a human heart have? And of course your answer will be 4 chambers. So it has got 4 chambers like this. The 2 atriums at the top and the 2 ventricles here. And if you have seen that the deoxygenated blood always remains in this chamber, this side, and the oxygenated always is on this side. And you have noticed there is never mixing of the blood, mixing of oxygenated and deoxygenated blood. It never mixes because the heart is 4-chambered. Now because this oxygenated and deoxygenated blood does not mix, the body receives a rich supply of oxygen. The blood is full of oxygen, and this is very much needed by humans because we are warm-blooded. Warm-blooded means our temperature is constant, remains constant, and for this temperature of the body to remain constant, we require a lot of energy. Lot of energy means lot of oxygen. So that is why the mixing of the blood does not take place. Let me go over it again. So we said we have 4 chambers heart. Human have 4-chambered heart, and because it has got 4-chambered heart, there's never mixing of the oxygenated and deoxygenated blood. The oxygenated blood and the deoxygenated blood never mixes. So the body receives is richly supplied, rich supply of oxygen. Why do we need a rich supply of oxygen? Because we are warm-blooded. What do you mean by warm-blooded? Means the temperature of the body remains constant. And for the body temperature to remain constant, a lot of energy is needed. A lot of energy means a lot of oxygen. So we cannot tolerate the mixing of blood. If our blood were to mix, we would not get sufficient oxygen and our body temperature would not remain constant. There are some animals like have three-chambered hearts. So suppose it was a three-chambered heart. Some animals have got this three-chambered heart like this. There's only separation here. In this case, what would happen? You have the deoxygenated here and you have the oxygenated here, and then both of them would mix here. Have you seen? They would meet a mixing of blood here. And these will be the cold-blooded animals. Why cold-blooded? Because their body temperature changes. They can tolerate the mixing of blood. We humans are warm-blooded, cannot tolerate the mixing of blood. There is another point we need to note here. In this double circulation, we have two kinds. This circulation is called, this circulation is called the pulmonary circulation. Pulmonary, because it involves the heart to the lungs and back to the heart. And this lower portion is called the systemic circulation. And what is systemic circulation? Heart to the body, back to the heart. So we have the pulmonary circulation here, and the pulmonary circulation is from the heart to the lungs, back to the heart. Here we have the heart to the lungs, back to the heart. And then we have the systemic circulation from the heart to the body, back to the heart. So the top part is called the pulmonary and the lower part is called the systemic circulation.